Okay, so this is going to be just a short tutorial about why it's so important if you're going to watch tarot to know your birth chart. Okay, I've repeated myself over and over and over again, and there's really a big, huge reason why. And I know it's early in the morning, but it's been on my mind, and I can't even hardly sleep over it because I want well-informed viewers. I want people that are well-informed. If you're going to watch tarot, I don't want it to be the luck of the draw that when you get a reading that's actually going to hit home with you. I want you to find a tarot reader, whether it be me or not, that more often than not resonates with you. But that means you have to be looking at the correct sign. You have many signs in your birth chart. Many signs. You are not, just because you were born, say today's your birthday, you're a Virgo, Libra, cusper. Just because you're born under a Virgo, Libra cusp does not make you always want to look at a Virgo, Libra reading. Why? It's very important. Let's see here. Let's go into a couple of phases here. Why is it so important that you know your astrological placements? And you can get those for free. I've said this 1,000 times. Go to Google, Astrologicaĺ, birth charts. And then punch in your information. And ta-da, the next page will come up. And it's not going to be a bunch of planets with lines going to it and that you have no idea how to read, like it's Egyptian or something. It's going to make it very simple. It's going to give you a chart with 2 words on each side. And it's going to tell you what your sun is. So the day you were born is obviously your sun sign. So people always say, hi, I'm Shannon, I'm a Gemini. Okay? So yes, I am Shannon and I'm a Gemini. What does my sun sign mean? Okay? Your sun sign is the personality you show the world when your mask is on. You know what I mean? Okay? What motivates you? Motivators. Your ego. And your compatibility. Okay, so what is this? What does that mean? Your sun sign, when you're reading, you're going to, say if your birthday was today, and you're going to watch Libra or Virgo readings, you're only going to be seeing readings that are going to base life off of what you show the world, but not necessarily your deepest, innermost felt emotions. Because if you wanted to do that, and you were looking at something that was really deep and you didn't really tell anybody about, maybe your darker shadow side, something a fear you were having, something that was fear-based, emotional based, something to do with your parents, childhood trauma, those would all fall under your moon sign. So if you are struggling with something that maybe happened since you were a child, okay, you have, let's go with daddy issues. You have daddy issues. So maybe you've been on and off in a relationship with somebody who triggers you often because of they remind you of your father or the lack of. Okay? So there's going to be issues within your relationship. So you're going to want to look at your moon sign or your Venus sign. What is your Venus sign? Let's go down here. So maybe not. Now, if you're just looking at something, say you maybe met someone at work and you think they're cute and you're interested in them and you're just showing your outward personality, yeah, go ahead and look at a reading for your sun sign. Say your sun is Libra. Go ahead and follow a Libra reading because this could likely tell you, give you insight on that issue that you may be having or that crush you might have, okay? But if you're having trauma triggers, a relationship that seems to bring out your darker side or the things that you don't like people to know about or see, and you're looking to get some clarity on this relationship, you're going to want to look at your moon sign. Okay? And you could have an Aries moon and a Libra sun. You can have a Libra sun with an Aries moon. and you're watching Libra readings on a relationship that it's trigger based and fear filled, and trauma has lots to do with trauma. Or you could be hoping to see a reading that will give you some insight on your mother and the way she does certain things that maybe have affected you. So if you want to see a relationship, this is about parent and child. Your moon is about your parent-child relationships, your childhood, your traumas, your fears, your deepest emotions. So you might have an Aries moon. Now, if you're looking at readings hoping to get some insight on something like this, your fear, emotional trauma, your deepest, darkest secrets, your true inner emotions, your just all of those things, your parents, you're going to want to look at your moon sign more often than not, because that's probably going to give you more insight. If you're watching readings on your moon sign, say it's Aries, it's going to give you more insight. So all this time you've been watching Libra readings when you should have been probably preparing and looking at Aries readings. I'm not saying look at readings from multiple readers. Find a reader that resonates on your energy level and on your vibration and follow them. Follow them loyally. Sometimes you'll be on different vibrations and they won't have the same messages, but if you're not watching the right sign, you're not going to get the message, the correct message, or you're not going to hear what it is you're looking for to hear, and you're not going to get the healing that you need to get, okay, or the confirmation that you need. Now, Venus, super important that you know your Venus placement if you're going to watch tarot. Why? Because most people watch tarot about a relationship they're having, intimate relationships. This is our planet of intimate relationships. Just because you were born under a Libra sun does not mean you have a Libra Venus. You could be a Gemini, like me. You could have a Gemini placement. When the day you were born, at the time you were born, you could have been born, your Venus could have been, the planet Venus could have been placed into the Gemini constellation. Well, you will actually find insight, more insight on your most intimate relationships, childbirth, money, or abundance. My handwriting is terrible. Money and issues you could be having, abundance, like just anything that has to do with your deepest relationships with people, okay? Childbirth and growth, expansion. That'd be your Venus and your Jupiter, okay? So that's why I always say, some readers will say, I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Libra, okay? But if you have a Gemini Venus and a Libra Sun, and you're always watching Libra readings, you're going to miss your message if it's about a partnership, a marriage. Okay? Because your message is likely under your Venus placement, which for argument's sake, we're going to say it's Gemini this time, okay? Okay. So, and my Venus is actually under Taurus, okay? I have a Gemini Sun, a Gemini Moon, and a Taurus Venus. That's me. But for you, I wouldn't know unless I went to Astrologicaĺ and looked up exactly your information. Astrologicaĺ birth charts. Astrologicaĺ. It will write it out in the most simplest form for you. Charts. Another part of your chart you need to know. Your ascending or rising sign. Why is this important? It's the okay, let's see. How do I explain this? It's the true character of your life. It shows your life patterns. So you might have a Gemini Sun, like me, but show more of a Cancer personality or a Libra personality. More justice, fairness, rather than I'm more me. I am a Libra rising, okay? Now, for tarot's sake, Libra doesn't often resonate with me on tarot, but certain patterns do. Like when I am ascending, my vibrations are lifting. When things are really going great for me in life, or there's huge changes in my life. Life patterns is your ascending sign. So on your chart, it will give you all of these. Sun, moon, just listed on a chart for Astrologicaĺ birth charts. It will list all these things. It will list all your other planets. And then at the very, very bottom of the page, you scroll all the way down. Birth charts. Scroll. Okay. Info. It will bring you to your charts. Scroll down. At the bottom, so you scroll down. After you get your charts, you'll see the charts. You'll see your sun, your moon, your Venus, all that stuff. Your ascending sign or rising. It says ascending, A-S-C, okay? That's your ascending sign. You'll scroll down and you will see your element. See, I may be an air sign because I'm a Gemini, right? But that's not my element. I have way more water placements, which makes me much more emotional, much more vulnerable at times, much more driven by my passions than a normal air sign. A normal air sign would be somebody who's more analytical, thoughtful. They use their thinking instead of their feeling. I use my feeling. I'm a feeler. That's why I don't resonate under my normal sun element, because I am a water sign. It is super important that you know your element. See, for me, I'm water. Okay, I have 5 water placements, 3 air placements, 2 earth placements, and 1 fire placement. That's me. You, however, will be different. Everybody's different. It's really important to know your element and what that means to you. So look that up too. Look up your element. Now, once you know the basics about who you are, then you'll be more knowledgeable, and find a reader that hits on these subject matters more often than not. So if you have a marriage and you're going through some issues with this marriage, you should be watching your Venus sign, okay? If you have some deep secrets you're hoping they're not going to come to light, you maybe want to be watching your moon sign. If it's just a regular ordinary day and you just got a crush on somebody at work, your sun sign's fine. That's just the personality you show the world. It's not your deeper side. But if you are doing the best you've ever done in life and things just seem to be going great for you, you might want to watch your ascending sign or rising sign, which for me would be Libra, even though I'm a Gemini. Okay? And don't forget to know your major element. And that's just a quick overview on why it's so important to know your own birth chart if you're going to watch tarot. Very simple. It takes 2 minutes. Astrologicaĺ birth charts. Enter your information. Scroll down. Memorize your sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign. For everybody, it's going to be different. What's your major element in your chart? Are you an emotional person? Are you a logical person? Are you an earthy person? Material person? Are you a very passionate person? This will matter. It will all come into play later. You'll understand it just a little better. But if you're going to watch tarot, please know your own birth chart. That's why it's so important. Okay? You could be this whole time watching for your Aries sun sign when you have a Pisces Venus. You're not going to find what you're looking for in most Aries readings. But especially if you're in a relationship, the Pisces readings, I guarantee, go back to watch those. They'll resonate with you more for the purpose of your relationship. It's how we deal in our relationships. Your Venus was in Pisces, not Aries. So there's the big mistake there. And if this does help you at all and makes this a lot easier, and if you're going to follow tarot, I'm sure it's going to pique some people's curiosity, but I'm not saying go and learn everybody's birth chart, every planet, and every constellation and what it means. Just know the basics, okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Let me know about that birth chart.